Hello, and welcome to Frog Fractions by Twinbeard. There's a link in the description so you can play this game yourself, and you should play this game yourself, because it's a delight front to back, toe to tip, and it's a game that you must play. You should go play this game. You should put down the video, take it out of your computer, mobile device, viewing platform, put it down, and go play this game. There's a link in the description so you can do it. It's right there, and you know you're going to have a great time with Frog Fractions. It's a great, fun game, but not only is it a great fun game, it's revolutionary. The absolute best way to teach your child about fractions. And you know that this is going to be the best version to play because it's the URL of the Year edition. This is going to be the best version of Frog Fractions you're going to find on the internet. Now, before we begin, you've hopefully gone and played the entirety of this game. Hopefully you didn't have to hear me say it more than once that you should go and play this game yourself. And now that you've played it yourself, let's jump into the accessibility options. We will, of course, be turning on colorblind mode because, you know, why not? It's there. But now we have a very difficult decision. What kind of eating sounds do we want? Do we want next-gen eating sounds? The classic eating sounds? No eating sounds? Just kidding. This was an easy choice because you and me, we all know. We're next-gen kind of people, baby. Let's play Frog Fractions. So Frog Fractions is an important game that mirrors life in a lot of ways. These bugs, the natural enemy of the frog, are going to come and try and take the fruits, which rightfully belong to the frog. The frog is here. This is the frog's pond. So we will defend the fruits, which we will collect from time to time. You know, sometimes they get too ripe, fall in the pond, but there's nothing we can do about that. We'll defend the fruit from the bugs, and by eating the bugs, we get more fractions. The more fractions we get, the more we learn. But we saved up 4 fruit by, you know, saving them from the bugs. With that, we can now purchase a lock-on targeting eyeball HUD that we've installed into our eye. So now we have a lock-on. We can now just lock onto the bugs, which will make consuming them all the much easier. Now, you know, instead of having to lead our tongue and, you know, spit it out like a fool, might I say, we can play this game like the gentleman frog we currently probably are. Who's to say? And you know, this just makes the game easier because now we can just point and click with the lock-on targeting installed in our eye, and we can raise our fractions, because when you eat a bug, you get some fractions. Unfortunately, we cannot afford the static decaying, but we'll just continue to play regardless. We can just talk about the game as a whole. When we consume a bug, just like in real life, it spits out a fraction. Unlike real life, though, your fractions matter, and they tally up, they total up, and you'll be able to see your fractions grow. And as your fractions... Oh, I've clicked off the screen. When you click off the screen, it pauses the game, which is a mistake on my part, but it's fine. You make mistakes from time to time. As you consume the bugs, they produce fractions. You see your score go up, and as your score goes up, the fraction gets bigger, which means you're seeing more and more fractions, which means you're learning more and more about fractions. You're getting really smart and good at fractions. And as you can see, our fruit goes up as we collect more fruit. We came in with 16 Zorkmids, as pretty standard, and our indignity is empty because we have our dignity intact. No indignity on this frog here. But we will now purchase the static cling tongue. As you saw from the flavor text, we just rubbed a balloon against our tongue, which gives it kind of like an AoE, like, I almost said lock-on effect, but that's not exact. There's already a lock-on thing. See, as you see there, it just kind of like the static force just magnetizes the bugs to your tongue, which will help us even more in increasing our fractions. Now, we only have 7 fruits, which unfortunately, we won't be able to afford durians with that. We're just 1 short. But now it's time to play Frog Fractions Teaches Typing. Now, typing is an important skill. I know you're thinking, why is Frog Fractions teaching us typing instead of teaching us fractions? But knowing how to type is an important tenet. Not in tenant and like a renter, a tenant as like an important thing. It's a tenet of fractions, because knowing how to type, if you know how to type, that means you'll be capable of typing Frog Fractions into your browser, and once you can type Frog Fractions in your browser, you can come and play Frog Fractions, which means you can learn anything you want about fractions. Now, durians. Durians are spiky, they smell bad, I think that's what the description says, but because of that, bugs, you know, bugs hate bad smells. It's kind of their thing. It's been their thing for a long time. So, you know, the bugs still want to eat the fruit, but now it's spiky, it smells a little bad, so they'll kind of be a bit trepidatious in eating it, which gives it a bit more time. Once the bugs made it to the fruit, they would try to eat it. But now, they need just a moment to do it. We will go ahead and upgrade our lily pad for a turtle friend. So now we have made our best friend in the world, the turtle. And with the turtle, we are truly the master of the pond, no longer locked to that lily pad. We have movement. Now you may be wondering, what does movement change in Frog Fractions? How could moving from side to side change it? I mean, we already had free range of that entire screen. I could hit anything with my tongue. So what does movement change? You might be wondering. It makes getting fractions better. Duh. Everything we do is in the name of fractions. How dare you question our friend the turtle? Upgrade your lily pad to a turtle friend. It just makes the game better, obviously. Cybernetic Brain. Now, we don't have 8 fruits, but that doesn't matter because we're going to pay in Zork mids. So the Cybernetic Brain upgrades our regular old frog brain into a cybernetic brain. And as you can see, the fractions have changed. Now, you may be wondering, what does that number notation mean? And I should be able to say, as a math minor, what it is. But I don't remember. So we'll just assume that it's a different form of fractions, the double fraction, more than likely. So our next upgrade is to uninstall the lock on targeting, which, yeah, makes sense. Ever since we got the lock on targeting, it's made the game less fun. And, apparently chicks don't dig cyborgs, so we won't tell them about the cyborg brain. Now, unfortunately, we don't have enough fruit to uninstall our lock on tongue, so we'll have to continue playing the game like a baby. Lock on, seriously? I can't believe we ever thought this was cool. This just makes the game super easy. We don't get to show off our skill, our pure skill at this game. We've been cheating this entire time. I barely have to play the game, and we want to play Frog Fractions. We don't want to not play Frog Fractions, so of course we're going to uninstall our lock-on targeting. But first, we'll have to put our fingers in the right place because it's time to learn more about typing. Because learning how to type, I already explained, it's an important skill. It's not as important as fractions, obviously, but, everything in this world, we can assume, can be utilized to enhance our ability to learn about fractions in some way. And typing, I've already told you the point of typing. I'll never need to know how to spell the word annotate. I almost said annotate. Annotate or honest, because the only words I need to know how to spell are frogs and fractions. I don't even need to know the plural of frog. As long as I can type frog, singular, I will be good. I'll be able to continue playing Frog Fractions. Now, our next upgrade is the dragon. We get to upgrade our turtle friend into a dragon friend. He will love his new dragon shape. I swear, that shell is just holding him back. So we'll need to continue to save up for the dragon. But as you can see here, a new upgrade has appeared. We could get our lock on targeting back. And I do miss the lock-on targeting, so we might as well get it back. I know, I said it was too easy, and it made me feel like we're playing a game for babies because it was just so easy. But really, this is the optimum way to play. It's so much easier with our lock-on targeting. And you may be wondering, hey, wait, we did a Frog Fractions teaches typing. Unfortunately, doesn't teach us talking. But so we didn't actually play without our lock-on, but I did miss it. And as we can see here, we could uninstall it again because it is making the game a little too easy. Let's just go back to the way things used to be. You remember the true first wave one? There's been a whole lot of wave ones because these bugs, they're not organized. They're not coming out in multiple waves. So they show up and they think they're the first wave. Little do they know, we have slaughtered 5.3 E+2 bugs in our time. They weren't aware, but that wave one didn't know what hit them. And neither will this next one, because we'll have lock-on targeting once again. And with lock-on targeting, it'll be so easy to defend the fruit. We can defend the fruit, we'll collect so much more fruit, and that'll make the game easier. Now, as you can see, the fruit, it gets ripe, it falls into the pond. And unfortunately, once it falls into the pond, it's lost to us. We can't collect it. We have to have the fruit continue to stay here, nice and safe, unripened, so we can take it. Because we don't want ripe fruit. We're not eating the fruit. We're using the fruit as currency. We're here as entrepreneurs, here to collect fruit. and that's the only thing we need the fruit for. We don't need to eat it. These bugs, they would eat it. So it would be a shame to give it to them, and then they would eat it, and then we couldn't use it as currency? Talk about ridiculous. But now we have saved up 10 fruits, and with that, we've finally freed our turtle friend from their confines as a turtle, and now they can live free in the sky. But unfortunately, these bugs, jealous little bastards they are, have started assaulting us. They have released their bullet patterns now that we have taken their airspace. They feel that they own, but it's ours now. We have a dragon. We can go to the sky. The sky belongs to us now, bugs. So what is our next upgrade? Our next upgrade is a warp drive, but 25,000 fruits, we don't have that many. We have 5. That's less than 25,000. So we're going to need to scrimp and save for a while to purchase a warp drive, but I do think we should probably get rid of our lock-on targeting. It does make the game a little too easy, so we'll do what we can in the time. So it's gonna be a little while. I'm gonna have to save up the 25,000 fruits for the... I have missed a key in there somewhere. I'm gonna have to save up the 25,000 fruits so we can be satiated and get rid of the... I've missed a key again. So we can be satiated and get rid of our lock-on targeting. I need to kill you now. Oh no, I keep missing a key, and oh, the indignity. I have gotten a point of indignity, which was undue to me. It has descended upon me. And unfortunately, I will never not have these 2 points of indignity ever again. I will forever be not a member of the Sainthood. I have indignity. So yes, I'm going to have to play for a little bit to save up the fruit, because we need 25,000 fruits. We have 6. It's going to be a little bit.